Welcome to the Pima College ADR Informational Series. In this video, we will explore some ideas for reducing the need for accommodations from ADR. ADR approves over 100 different types of accommodation requests each semester. All these accommodations are designed to address specific barriers students registered with ADR encounter in classes they are taking. In this video, we will be talking about strategies we have learned that some instructors are using that have helped reduce the need for the 6 types of accommodations that account for more than half of the requests approved by ADR. If some more instructors could adopt these or similar strategies, the number of students needing to come to ADR for these 6 accommodations would decrease, and it would be an important step towards universal design. ADR understands that instructors choose processes, roles, and techniques for instruction that are designed to engage students and enhance learning. So we want to make sure ADR doesn't propose changes that would result in it being more difficult for students to achieve class objectives, make it impossible for you as an instructor to determine if a student has achieved a learning outcome, compromise the integrity of assessments, or fundamentally alter your curriculum. Because of barriers we have inadvertently designed into our environments, accommodations need to be tacked on to provide individuals with disabilities equitable access and equal opportunity. Take these entrance steps as an example. Obviously, these steps are a barrier to some students. The accommodation is a separate entrance around and back. There's no reason that this entrance could not have been designed with a ramp instead of steps. It was just not typical for buildings to be designed with entrance ramps at the time. On the other hand, when it came time to renovate the Arizona State Museum on the University of Arizona campus, they redid the entrance without steps. I would have liked to have been there to hear the pro and con arguments for such a significant and important change in this traditional structure. So how have Pima instructors started renovating their course environments to build in accessibility and reduce the need for the 6 types of accommodations that account for about half of the accommodations each semester? The most requested accommodation is extra time on assessments. Many instructors have said that this accommodation is no longer necessary in their classes because they have stopped giving traditional in-class assessments, or that they now give tests in an online format that is untimed and the student can take whatever time they need. The second most requested accommodation is note-taking. Some instructors now post their own notes online, take and post pictures of the whiteboard, and/or make and post recordings of lectures. Others encourage students to record their lectures or take pictures of the whiteboard themselves. The third most requested accommodation is access to a quiet room or reduced distraction environment for assessments. Many of the modifications used to reduce the need for extra time also work for those who need the quiet room. For example, alternate assessments in lieu of giving traditional in-class tests or giving tests online so that students can take them anywhere. The fourth most requested accommodation is text and other print materials in accessible electronic format. Many instructors are using books and other class materials from vendors that come with electronic versions. These materials can really help eliminate the need for this accommodation. However, if you are using these, have ADR check them for accessibility and compatibility with access technologies, or ask the vendor for a VPAT, as described in the VPAT video in our playlist. The fifth most requested accommodation is the ability to get up and take breaks when needed. To make this accommodation unnecessary, you simply make it clear to students in your class that they can get up and take breaks from class at any time without needing to ask permission. Finally, rounding out the top 6 is the use of laptops and personal devices in class. Some instructors are no longer prohibiting the use of personal laptops and devices in class. This allows students who use these technologies to access classroom materials to do so without requiring special permission from ADR. ADR recognizes that for some instructors, some of these modifications to practices and policies would make it impossible for them to determine if a student has achieved a learning outcome, or compromised integrity of assessments, or fundamentally alter their curriculum. In these cases, of course, these modifications would not be appropriate. But if the changes do not do any of this, they could help reduce many of the typical barriers individuals with disabilities experience in their courses, and move your class towards universal design. If you have discovered any new ways to reduce the need for a particular accommodation in your class, please let ADR know. We can spread the word. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your interest in Access for All.